What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BZG's Let's Play Some Shit. My name is Barrett Courtney. As always, I am your Let's Player for these Let's Plays. And today, we are playing some Batman Arkham Knight. You might have watched my playthroughs from last year of Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. I did 5 Let's Plays each for those games, because I could get through those games in about 5 hours. So each episode was about an hour. And I played through all of Arkham Knight in preparation for this Let's Play series, because we're doing a whole playthrough of the game. And I've estimated that I can beat Arkham Knight in about 9.5 hours. So expect 9, maybe 10 episodes of this playthrough. The first 5 are, of course, coming up this entire week, Monday through Friday. Of course, Arkham Knight is one of our Game of the Year contenders. And you can find out who wins Game of the Year next week, January 14th. You should be watching this. If you're watching this the day it comes up, today's the 4th, and our Video Game Awards, that video will be up on the 14th. So check that out. So I felt weird playing through Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and not really touching Knight at all. So I was like, I want to play through Knight. So, the first 5 episodes will be up this Monday through Friday, and then every episode after that will be up every Monday for the next, month and a half, until, the first week or two of February. The first 5 episodes this week, the episodes after that, the next 4 or 5 episodes will be every Monday. Oop, have a little sound coming from my controller here, and what I did for Arkham Asylum and Arkham City was I created a new account so you guys could see, if you've never watched or played these games before, you guys could see where achievements pop up and all that stuff. Of course, I am playing on the PlayStation 4. I played Asylum and City on the 360. So I made a new account so you guys can see when trophies pop up, what you need to do for all of that stuff. We're going to turn subtitles on because I can't hear anything. Keep it at large speakers, I guess. I really don't know. I thought this was cool, though. Because I did play through Arkham Knight the first time I played through it on the headphones with my really nice Beats. And it was pretty amazing. It was quite an experience. So we're going to keep it on large speakers. Brightness, we'll keep it there. Hints, we'll keep on. Difficulty, normal. For the sake of playing through this as fast as I can, we're just going to keep it at normal. Now, you might ask me, Barrett, is Arkham Knight going to be Game of the Year for you guys? I don't know. You're just gonna have to check that out. But I can say Arkham Knight is definitely my favorite Arkham game. Now, you might say that's blasphemy. You gotta say, Barrett, Arkham City, though. It's a nice confined map. There's no bullshit tank situations going on. The fuck? Well, this is the Batman experience I enjoy. Even though if we have to deal with some Batman tanks shit, that's okay. Now, this scene right here is the beginning of the trailer they showed Arkham Knight at E3. And I didn't know right away that it was Arkham Knight until probably about now, where you see the Joker's grin. But that sequence of the opening and all of these really old school mechanics and gears and all this stuff, I was like, oh shit, there's a new BioShock coming out, and I was really excited. And then it was just Arkham Knight, and I was like, oh, okay, that game's coming out in a couple of weeks, so not as exciting. And this is the most fucked up part here. So this part right here, we have to burn the Joker ourselves. We have to burn him alive, or not alive. He's dead. We have to burn him though. We have to cremate him ourselves. And a lot of theorists, before Arkham Knight came out, was like, Joker's still alive, Joker's the Arkham Knight, and all this stuff. This was Rocksteady's way of saying, no, fuck you. Joker is dead. Stop with the theories. And I really like that. I really think that's really cool. It's also just a sort of fucked up moment, especially if you're a Batman fan. It's a tough moment to really accept that Joker is dead, and to especially learning about the Joker in this universe, at least, especially in Arkham City. It was just like, oh shit, like I sort of caused this death in a way, and now I have to fucking cremate him. That's fucked up. Now here we have this Gordon. See, I've talked about in Asylum and City, like the voice actors for Gordon has always changed in every single one. And here we have Jonathan Banks voicing Gordon. He is well known for his role of Mike Ehrmantraut in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, two TV shows that I really, really, really enjoy. Breaking Bad is actually my favorite TV show of all time, so I was really excited that Banks was coming on to voice Gordon. I was like, all right, like at least we don't have a Batman voice actor coming in for this one. It might be inconsistent, but this is the Gordon. This is the sound of Gordon that I want, that I really like. And we got some first-person action going on here. Now, I thought this was really interesting because there are a couple things. This was shown, I think, also at E3. And there was some speculation about what the exclusive PS4 Scarecrow missions were going to be, and I thought that's what this was. Throughout the game, you get to play as just like random people throughout Gotham City, and you have to deal with like Joker, or not Joker, but Scarecrow toxin and all that stuff, and you have to go like through your fears and all that stuff. That wasn't the case. It was just bullshit, drive around the city and, you know, shoot at a giant Scarecrow, because, you know, that's what we all fucking wanted. And this is also maybe a sign of where Rocksteady might want to go for their next game. They're definitely, I think they're done. People have been speculating, hey, they're going to do another Batman game. If not another Batman game, they're going to do another DC game. I don't think they're doing anything DC related next. I think they're going to go into the first person, maybe shooter, maybe not shooter, sort of category of video games. Now, just like looking around, really nice like rendering of people, model builds and all that stuff. I'm talking about out of my ass right now. I don't know what the correct language is. But anyway, we gotta go stop this guy from smoking. You smoker and your e-cigarettes. Oh shit. Now this, I really like Arkham Knight. I really do. It's safe to say that it is my favorite Arkham game of the series. There's a reason why. I really love the open world aspect of Arkham City. It's not like the hugest like open world map ever, but I like that aspect to it, and I liked the range that it could carry. But it did lose that sort of fear factor that Asylum had, and I think Arkham Knight combined the best of the two. Because this sequence right here is really fucked up, like really messed up. All right, we gotta shoot people. Oh shit! Oh god. Okay, Jesus Christ. And now you beat the game. This sequence pretty much stays the same. But if you beat the game and replay it on New Game Plus, there might be a little surprise in that intro sequence for you there. I don't know. I don't want to ruin it for you.
Used just 5 ounces of my latest toxin. Tomorrow, this will.
And this is. Oh shit! I'm gonna forget his name. I want to say the guy voicing Scarecrow in this game is John Noble? Let me look this up. I'm looking it up on my phone while we all go through this introduction sequence of people leaving the city. So, you know, Rocksteady has another excuse for literally having no one in the city. Yes, it's John Noble who's voicing the Scarecrow. Really good voice acting choice, from my opinion. John Noble, I don't know much about him. I used to watch that weird sci-fi Fox show. I forget what it's called. I'm too lazy to look it up. J.J. Abrams was attached to it. You probably know what I'm talking about. You can leave that in the... Just leave it in the comments below, and then I'll know. I'll know that's what I was thinking of. I know him from that. He is Walter Bishop in that character. I love how I can remember his character name, but I can't remember the show name. But anyway, I know him from that. He did some video game work in the past as well with LA Noire. I really enjoyed him in that. Some voice acting cred there. And also they used his likeness in the game as well. They did all the face capturing. That's what LA Noire was famous for. And of course we just saw Penguin and Two-Face. And since we're just playing just through the main story, we're not going to see Two-Face at all, but we will see just a little bit of Penguin. And that was the one thing, like,
It took just 24 hours.
it feels weird. I don't feel like there is as many, like, villains that you face this time around that are like, oh shit, like, I can't believe I'm fighting this guy. Well, in the main story, at least. Because in the main story of Arkham City, like, there's all these moments of, like, Mr. Freeze and fucking Solomon Grundy and all this shit. And, like, when you're in the moment of fighting those guys, you're like, holy shit. And you don't really get any of those moments in this game. And that's because I don't think, like, for the main story, the villain roster is as strong. But also, there's no boss fights in this game. Which, you know, isn't like a terrible decision. Rocksteady is not well known for their boss fights. And then we can see here, I remember when I put in Arkham Knight for the first time on my PS4, my other BZG members, Ricky and Henry, were with me, and we just looked all around the city. Nope, here we go. Detective mode is now the up D-pad. Hey, you can, like, look at all this people from all far away and see him running around and all that shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, Arkham Knight, you just gotta give it credit for having this big of a world. It's not super big. Well, let's look at our map real quick. We've got, like, 3 main parts of the map here. Right here. And, you know, it's not crazy super big, but the attention to detail and how graphically beautiful it is, and no load screens throughout the story, unless you die or whatever. But, like, going through buildings and all this stuff, no load time. So, you know, it was a lot to take in. It was really awesome. It was really breathtaking. And so over here, we've got the Arkham City island over here. There's some police lights flashing. This is, of course, is a Riddler thing that you can solve, like a whatever. Why can't I think of riddles? Riddler. One of his riddles you can solve. That's one of the answers, and I believe Arkham Asylum is one of the answers as well, and that's Arkham Asylum over there. Maybe we go to Arkham Asylum at one point in this game. Who knows? But let's just go right into it. Whew. And this was the weird thing, like, Arkham City started you off as Bruce Wayne to make you feel like, oh shit, you're just a man at this point. You don't have your bat suit. And then the moment you put on your bat suit, you're like, holy fuck, I'm Batman. This wasn't as strong of an entrance gameplay-wise, I felt, for Arkham Knight, where you just sort of go in, you're in the old Batman suit, you're not in, like, the wholly upgraded one yet. So, I don't know, it just felt a little weird, especially for how long we have to stay with the Arkham City batsuit.
You still know how to make an entrance.
And I still know how to have rosy-ass lips. That's one thing. I really don't like the way Bruce Wayne looks in this game. You will probably... We see his face definitely at one point. And it just doesn't look good. And, like, I think he looks fine in Arkham City, but there's something, like, going on with his eyes and his forehead and his hairline that it's just, like, really weird, really questionable. They definitely took a more realistic take art-wise on this game. And, you know, Arkham City and Arkham Asylum were a little more, you know, animated, cartoony, not super like that, but when you compare those to this, that's, you know, that's what they were. And, you know, everybody had the build of a fucking athlete on fucking steroids. Because it's the Unreal Engine. But, you know, they took the Unreal Engine this time around and they really pushed what they could do and made everybody have, like, their own, like, character build and all of this stuff. No one looks like the exact same.
He's holding up. Somehow
like Gordon in Arkham Asylum is as buffed up as fucking Batman, and it's ridiculous. I like to do these little like camera turns right here, very cinematic. Oh shit! All right, where are we going? Where are we going? I forget where we start off, and then of course, even at the beginning of night, you have the boost thing where you're gliding. You're great. Just look how pretty this fucking game is, and like the sort of colors they include, all of the neon stuff in certain parts of town. Really, really cool. All right, we're gonna save an officer here. We're gonna kick some ass, and these guys can charge you now, sort of like an homage to the Titans in Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. Which is weird that they don't include that at all in this game. Like, not even... Like, they do include it in a very subtle way, but you never see any Titans at all in this game. That's the weird thing to me. Because I felt like a lot of... Like, that's what Asylum was all about, and then you even still got like... You had to take down a couple of them in City. And then by now, it's completely gone. Which, you know, I can understand. Joker died away, so you don't have all these crazy mutants around. But you feel like there'd be, like, one person. You feel like one of the side quests would be, like, someone has the toxin formula for some fucking reason. Or the Titan formula, I should say. And they put it in themselves, and now they're all fucked up and weird. But knowing this game, if that happened, we would have had to take them down in the fucking Batmobile for some reason. Now here's the mighty Batmobile. I don't hate the Batmobile. I don't think it's the best thing about the game. You know, here we go. We got a trophy. The best thing about the Batmobile is just riding around like it's the Batmobile and taking down, you know, regular bad guy cars and all that stuff. The Bat Tank, like, sort of, what's it called, just like, the fighting in the Bat Tank isn't terrible, you know, just a lot of strafing. The thing with the Batmobile is Rocksteady definitely thought, okay, people want the Batmobile, we gotta do it this time. How do we, and so they were thinking, okay, so we want to make the Batmobile our own, but we also want people to love the Batmobile. What do people love about the Arkham games? Well, they love the combat, the very smooth combat, and they also love the Predator stuff. So they're like, how do we integrate that into the Batmobile? And so they just put in stuff that didn't really fit in well with the Batmobile. Stuff that they thought probably would have done well, but I mean, they wouldn't have done it if they didn't think it was gonna, if they thought it was gonna suck or anything. All right, he fell into the floor a little bit. Oh, got some guys over here. Take them out. Think they can take on the Bat? Well, they fucking thought wrong. Oh, this guy's fucking really determined to crawl into the floor here. Yeah, anyway, they tried to shoehorn aspects of these games that we love into the Batmobile and just didn't work out as well. So the whole Predator Bat Tank stuff is awful. And when we get to it, I really love this game, but there are two parts of this game that really stress me the fuck out. There's one part that I've learned a little more of how to do it, so it doesn't stress me out as much. But there is another piece that's still like, oh my god. I think I had anxiety before. Well, fucking Jesus. I remember, well, we'll get to it. I don't want to talk about it just yet. And they changed the detective mode sort of back. It's sort of like this game is very much of like a combination between City and Asylum. And one of those aspects is the detective mode, where Asylum was very, whenever you're in detective mode, it was very purple, very blue, very, I don't know, there's just something about it. And then City, they're like, oh shit, people use the detective mode too much, so they don't get surprised when there's like jump scares and all this shit. So, alright, we gotta go find the safe house. So they tried to make the City detective mode a little more annoying Like that's like the best way I can really say it. Like there's like this like weird like sound that comes on whenever you turn it on. I don't remember if there's exactly a sound here, because of course I can't hear it right now, so I have no idea. We're not gonna really care about taking these guys down, because we're just gonna go in here. They'll come to us. And the combat is still fucking on point. And they improved on it a lot with environmental takedowns. But they also, you know, make it a little more challenging. Definitely throughout the game. You get a lot of more toys, but they throw a lot back at you. So, you know, I think it's pretty even. The same with City. Asylum was a little weird. I never, like, when I first played Asylum, I was like, oh my god, this combat is fucking amazing. But after you play City, and especially after you play Knight, and you go back to Asylum, it feels really outdated with the fighting system. And we got Poison Ivy. They're holding her captive for some reason. We don't know why. And again, like I was saying earlier, a much more realistic take, art-wise, with this game. Poison Ivy looks way more human, and, like, her face just looks way more realistic instead of City and Asylum, where she's like a fucking supermodel with fucking ridiculous cheeks, and she was super green. She was like fucking Space Aliens green, like the alien guy on the front of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's how green she was. Here it's just more of like she's still green. She's a little more pale here though. Still not wearing any pants, though. I guess that's never really been Ivy's thing, though, to be honest. She's still wearing that Arkham shirt, though, which is interesting. Or is that an Arkham shirt?
No, hello.
No, it's not.
Tell me.
In Asylum, it was an Arkham shirt. She pulled it off quite nice.
I want to.
Then I burn every plant in Gotham.
Yeah, she's like petty fucking human. She's like Thor right now. Like, yeah, alright, you're gonna burn every plant in Gotham. Okay. Now here's something interesting. Ivy likes to make all of these like her own plants, and like especially in Arkham Asylum, where she has like those really creepy fucking pods that shoot balls of whatever the fuck at you, and for some reason it hurts you, like poison or whatever. Why doesn't she find like marijuana and like burn it? It would probably hurt her in some sort of sense, because whenever a plant gets hurt or abused or whatever, she feels that pain. But it would be an interesting idea of growing like hella weed as Poison Ivy, to the point like where it's everywhere in Gotham, and just burning it all and making everyone super high to the point that, you know, like they're too high to even do anything about it, and she just takes over the city. That'd be a good plan. What about that, Ivy? How about them apples? And that was a good scene right there. I totally fucking was not paying attention, but like Bruce being taken by the Ivy plan, and then him appearing in front of the elevator. Classic suave badass type of move right there. Something that you see a lot in like 007 movies and action movies and all that stuff. Uh-oh, there's an unknown person.
Sir, that tank they have backing them up is unmanned.
Good.
I thought this would be
Alright, and then this is our gadget wheel. Not a huge fan of this, but I know that they wanted you to use the D-pad for other things. Because in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, the only reason to use the D-pad was to select your gadgets. But now you just have to hold down the down D-pad, the down button, and then this pulls up. The bottom one, of course, is the Batmobile, which you can remote control because you're fucking Batman. Boom. Pow. I've got that boom boom pow. You got that ninja style. I got that shit fuck you. Your breath smells like poo. Alright, so now we have to hold the left trigger to stay in battle mode, which is really dumb. Probably shouldn't have been the original, like, sort of controls. It won't let us change it right now, but there's a way to change it, so you just have to press a button and then you don't have to hold anything, which is like the better way to do it. A lot of people say like, oh yeah, that's like such a game changer and it makes the Batmobile like so much more better and all of this stuff, and it makes it okay, but it's still like the combat itself is still like, alright, very beat by beat, just whatever. So yeah, that's pretty easy. And then we have to go into diagnostics and learn how to use the fucking Batmobile. And that's the problem with this game. We're probably going to be into like episode 5 or 6, and they're still going to be introducing like aspects of the game to us. You should never be introducing like huge new aspects of the game that late in the story. And when we get there, I'll talk a little more about it. But I just remembered through my most recent playthrough to see how long it would take me to beat this game, that like in hour like 6 or maybe even 7, like there are still new parts of the game that I was being introduced to. I was like, oh my god, that's not good. Alright, we're gonna start this challenge. We have to do this challenge. Sorry. It's all about the fucking Batmobile. Yeah, this whole fucking episode is just gonna be fucking intro shit. Sorry about that. Reload time is very bad right now. Very slow. We gotta learn how to use the missile barrage. Oh, just one right now. Okay.
Stage 2. Charge the missile barrage to level 2 to destroy up to 4 targets at once.
And that's what I mainly want to improve on, is reload time for the Batmobile and being able to strafe twice in a row. And that's really all you need. If you're good at like the Batman like hand-to-hand combat stuff, like all you really need for the Batmobile are those two things, and you're pretty much set. They'll give you free upgrades of the Batmobile when it comes to combat throughout the game. So, and those are actually really useful, so you don't ever really need to worry about anything else. Oh god. Because at one point it's going to be where like 3 of these guys are going to be pointing at you, and they're just going to be organized in a way where strafing twice in a row is going to help out a lot. Like what I did just there, I'd be able to strafe again like right away. Alright. The test is complete. The simulation is complete. We're going to continue. I don't want to retry that challenge. I'm over it. Alright, so we're going to go into controls. No. Game options? Oh, it's not going to let us do it yet. We'll get to it. Alright, for now, we're going to... Oh yeah, we got to fight these tanks, and then we can switch into the normal fucking mode that literally everybody prefers. I don't know what Rocksteady was thinking. Just little decisions like that where it's like, okay. Man, I really love battle tanks. It's so fun. This HD remaster is great. And that's not to say that this isn't fun. It is fun. It's mindless fun. But it's just not Batman. That's the problem. This whole military fucking taking down tanks with other tanks. It's just, it's not Batman. And that's so weird coming from a developer who before this game, like, we all thought, like, fucking understood Batman down to its very core. So it's just weird, very weird for them to make that decision. Alright, now, battle mode toggle. All you have to do now is press L1, and then You don't have to hold anything. You can just roam around and be a fucking normal tank. Making my way downtown, walking fast. Joker passes and I'm crying. Who names like these fucking parts of the town? The Cauldron. Fuck am I playing right now? A Harry Potter game? Now, Harry Potter game. An open world Harry Potter game as beautiful as this would be fucking awesome. Warner Brothers. Let's get on that shit. Especially now we got new Harry Potter stuff coming out. New movies. A play. It's gonna be fucking dope. Get on that. Open world Harry Potter game.
Any progress with the fear talk?
And like in an RPG element as well, where it's sort of like Fallout 4, where you get to create your own person, but they've got like a set voice actor and there's like a set story, all that good stuff. That would be dope. This is my girlfriend. She loves me.
Scarecrow's gonna break you, Batman.
No, that's Bane, dumbass. Read a comic.
Bother with these meat sacks.
Yeah, dude, Ivy does not give a fuck.
On the streets, we don't have the manpower or the equipment.
Well, look who it is.
Ivy, well, that's one less thing to worry about.
Is the isolation chamber ready?
Glad you're putting it to good use.
And of course, we've got
Oh, good. Another cell.
Cash over there. He's been in all 3 games. I thought he debuted in Arkham Asylum, but apparently that is not the case. Apparently he debuted in a comic in like 2003, I think, or 2004. Something I obviously had never read, so that was my bad assumption. I'm trying to think if there are any characters unique to the Arkham series. Arkham Knight. Let's see, who else? Oh, the warden for the asylum. Quincy Sharp, I think that's his name. We're going to go in here. This is sort of like your trophy room. Once you start taking down all these bad guys, you get all of these like evidence things. There's already a set number of them already. But the one I actually want to go into is... Oh, I guess there's some Titan formula right there. A little cameo right there. The important one to go here, because there's an actual interaction, is the Talia al Ghul. And now this scene right here is very similar to the Pay Your Respects in Arkham City. But the bullshit thing here is there's no trophy for staying here for 1 minute. It's just really, really sad. It makes you feel really bummed. That stuff happens. Alright, well, whatever.
I've got men down
Moving on.
here. Screw you. Damn bureaucrats. We're on our own.
We can handle it, Jim. What's the latest?
We've got incidents cropping up all over the city. Cash, give us a rundown.
Can I get a rundown?
All right, let's see.
What's a rundown, man?
First up, we've lost contact with the fire crew from Station 17. We've got their last known coordinates, but they're not going to survive out there on their own for long. Then there's this. It's a street.
Look at all of these things we're not going to play.
We didn't have long to look before the evacuation.
I highly recommend playing through a lot of the side missions.
Real nasty.
Really great, really cool.
Also,
I think the one... There are 2 underwhelming side missions.
knowing that guy,
And that's not including all of the, like, take down Arkham Knight's post stuff. 'Cause, like,
I know you're busy.
I guess I sort of count that as a side mission, but it's just, like, basic
Don't worry, Jim. I have someone
sort
who
of
can lead on Scarecrow.
open world stuff. It reminds me a lot of Infamous Second Son, where you have, like, this really big map, and you have to take down several points to, you know, make the map a little safe for you to walk around in and all that stuff.
I'm done here.
I'll look into these.
I don't really count that as a side mission, but like a true side mission of like character stories and all that good stuff.
Yep, poor bastard. He ain't gonna be able to.
Hey,
There are
Batman,
good ones.
I guess
Oh, you want to talk shit? You want to talk shit? You know what happens to people who talk shit? They get shot. You want to know the people who talk shit? Watch our regular show, Talking Shit, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right here on youtube.com/baiazonagamers. No talking shit this week, no talking shit next week, because we got the BCG Awards coming up. But the week after that, the third week of the... Let's see. The 19th is when Talking Shit will come back. And the 18th is when Quick Reviews will come back. So, you know, come back for those. And also come back for our awards. It'll be a good time. Drink a few beers. Have a few laughs. All that good stuff. Alright, now we get the Afterburner. Really cool stuff. And now I can just press L1. Oh, no. Maybe it's R1. Is it R1? It is R1. I always fuck that up. Now I can just press R1. I'm a motherfucking tank. But that's not important. Afterburner. Gonna go see Oracle. Now, this is a cool entrance right here. Very secret. Here we go. Clock Tower. Detective mode. Secret statue. Is that Shakespeare? It's cool if that's Shakespeare. I'm a Shakespearean. Not really. I'm a theater kid, though. Read a lot of Shakespeare in my time. This is so cool. Let's get on that computer. That bat computer. Now here's the, like, a lot of people complain about, you know, where is, like, why don't you get a bat cave in this one? That's so dumb. What the fuck? Like, I sort of understand that, but I think Rocksteady definitely learned from WB Montreal's mistake of you constantly have to go back and forth of, like, going to the bat cave and then going back into the city, and it's this whole fucking ordeal. You know, why would Batman waste his time going all the way back to fucking Wayne Manor to, like, work on shit when Oracle has, you know, a safe house right here in the middle of the thick of it? Now, it would have been cool if there was a scene with the Batcave. If we got, like, you know, some, you know, a cutscene or something where he has to go back or something important happens there, but we don't. Now, I could sort of understand that aspect of it, I guess. Story stuff going on. Oracle doesn't like lying to her dad. She's a good kid. You know what happens to good kids? They end up in wheelchairs. Never be a good kid. Nah, I'm kidding. Always be a good kid. And that's not why she ended up in a wheelchair. For the most part.
We've got a way to find out where Crane's working.
I remember playing through this the first time, and this is the first time you actually got to see Oracle in person. And my friends Ricky and Henry were all about, isn't it funny to, wait, where did that go? That flying creature that you might have seen off in the distance was a hint at a future side mission. We won't talk about it yet. We'll definitely, all of these side missions pop up in a very natural way of discovering what happens, all that stuff, so we will definitely run into that side mission at one point. I just like gliding around. I like riding around the Batmobile as well, though. Always a fun time. Movie studios. Alright.
Why did I warn them, Batman? Why give those terrorized refugees time to flee? You don't know, do you? And it scares you.
It's weird that I like a movie, because Gotham, for the most part, has, you know, it's basically New York. So, you know, it's been known to be on the East Coast. It's sort of weird to think that there's a movie studios over in New York. But it's also weird to think about what time period we are in. Yeah, Wayne Industries has like a lot of really nice gear and stuff, but the style and the aesthetic of the Arkham games always gives off like a very like 50s sort of vibe, which is always very interesting. Jump, a jump, a jump. Of course, the Batmobile always follows you around, so I can just do this. So even though I left it at Oracle's place, and no matter where you leave it, the Batmobile will always be around you, in your heart. So don't you worry. If that was something you were worried about, I don't know. I don't know what you're worried about. I don't know you unless I do. If I do know you, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Now, we originally had a stream of the Arkham games right before Arkham Knight came out, where I streamed all of Asylum and all of City, and then I streamed like the first hour and a half, 2.5 hours of Arkham Knight. And I looked back at those, and I was like, those deserve better. These games deserve better videos, because when they ported over to YouTube, they did not look good at all. So I was like, let's do a Let's Play series. Let's not stream it so the fucking video gets dumbed down and all this shit. They deserve better. And that's what I'm doing right now. And if you want to see where Arkham Knight ended up on my personal list of video games of 2015, you can always check out, I don't know when it'll be up, but sometime this week, I believe, Irrational Passions, ran by my good friend Alex O'Neill. They do a thing every year where they get other content creators that aren't... Oh, fuck, I fucked that up. Alright. Did not get a good head start on that. Oh, that's something else I should probably get to as a second afterburner. But anyway, Alex O'Neill does this thing where every year he gets other content creators to, fuck! Alright. I was trying to brake because I knew I was going too slow. Or whatever. He gets other content creators that do, like, gaming coverage and all that stuff to join him in a top 10 video games of 2015 where, you know, a guest comes on, they talk about their top 10 games of 2015. So I am one of those guests this year. I don't know when my episode will go up, but if you want to know where my stance is on Arkham Knight compared to the other games that came out this... Fuck me. You kidding me, man? I've never had problems with this before. It happens to everyone, I guess. 1 in 5 guys, you know. 1 out of every 5 guys. So yeah, I don't know when my episode is going up, but it should be soon. It's definitely this week. And you know, I talk about Arkham Knight amongst plenty of other games that came out in 2015. And if you want to know where I ranked Arkham Knight, check that out. And of course, I just want to be clear. You're thinking, Barrett, why are you guys doing your video game awards after you've already talked about what your top 10 games of 2015 are on someone else's thing, you know? Well, the BZG awards aren't just me. You know, we've got a committee of people. Oh, right. I'm not supposed to be pulling on it. I'm supposed to be going forward. Never pull on it. No matter how tempted you are, never pull on it. The BCG awards are about us voting and like ranking amongst ourselves and giving points to games in certain categories and all that stuff. So it's not just my thoughts, it's our collective thoughts, and like whatever ends up getting Game of the Year, you know, isn't directly up to me. It's also up to the other people who are voting, which of course is Henry, Ricky, and then our honorary 5th member, Fluffy. So we'll be voting on that. It won't just reflect... It'll sort of reflect my reviews, but not just my my views.
I'm connecting now.
Just to give you a little context. I probably went way into that, but you know. I'm an over-explainer, because I always feel like you never get my point. Because I feel like I suck at explaining things, so I over-explain things to the point that when I'm done explaining it, you're like, oh my god, Barrett, we get it. We fucking get it. Alright, Robin's being a little bitch. And that's the interesting thing. In Arkham City, I was talking about in my playthrough, the relationship between Batman and Robin seems a little hazy. It almost seems like Robin is a new Robin. Maybe he hasn't been Robin for that long. Alright, so now we gotta go... I forget where. Oh, we gotta go to... do some relay work, something. Words I don't understand. Something's not hooked up and we can't scan the city. That's basically the gist of it. And someone's controlling that part of... controlling wherever that is. So we gotta go take them out. Alright. Remember, if you see Batman, shout and charge him. It never fails. Okay. Now this is a really cool introduction to
Guarding the antenna. I need to evaluate the threat.
the new bat suit. That is something, I guess, that was pretty cool. I don't think it hit as hard as
I need to reach a vantage point to draw them outside.
Arkham City, where you're literally just Bruce and you gotta work your way up to getting the bat suit. It doesn't take like a while. It just takes like in the first like 5 to 10 minutes. They sort of do it here as well, where this whole time for the last fucking 50 minutes I've been playing in this old bat suit and I feel really slow. Not as fast paced, all this stuff. They do that on purpose, so when you get the new bat suit, you just feel like a bad motherfucker. And so, I guess I was wrong in saying that there isn't that moment in this game. There is, I just don't think it's as strong as Arkham City was. Now we're gonna silent take down this motherfucker, and then we're gonna silent take down this motherfucker. We're actually just gonna pop out of the gate, just because I think it's funny. Right in fucking front of him, too. Just to be that guy. Be like, hey, you're gonna hate ventilation grates now.
Lucius, I've got a hostage situation.
It's weird how many grates there are in fucking Gotham City.
Can react.
I don't see any of that shit in San Francisco.
Plates over an MR fluid armor layer. You'll move faster, hit harder, and look scarier while doing so.
You think Batman had them all installed?
Already airborne, Mr. Wayne.
Like, I need a way to sneak around people. I'll use Wayne Industry to build grates, and to justify it, I'll say, we need better ventilation in our buildings. Like, seriously, there are way too many fucking grates in Arkham City, or Gotham City, sorry. I must use my handprint that's behind this glove to scan. Now, first look, it looks really, really bulky. But when we get into it, it doesn't look as bad. Of course, if you have any like of the downloadable skins, or if you're a dumbass who got the season pass like me, you got all the skins. Don't like many of the skins. They all seem to just sort of build around this new suit, except for the Adam West one. That one is just sort of its own thing. But like the Batman Beyond suit is basically just this suit, but with like a different color scheme. And that was the cool thing about Arkham City. It was that the Batman Beyond suit in Arkham City was literally just the Batman Beyond suit. And that was something I was looking forward to in this game, but, you know, I'm going to skip all this because, you know, it's basically just telling you, you are a fucking badass, you're really quick, you have another boost, and these are all training missions to get you used to the new suit. I'm not going to go through it, although I really like this one, where it shows you like all the animated Batman heads and all that shit. Really cool. We're not gonna waste our time right now. We got some thugs to take out.
Hostage. Time to put this.
And then this is where we do this is the fear takedown.
Without being detected.
And it goes a little something like this. Whoopah! 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 And that's what the suit does. It makes you very, very fast. So you can take down multiple people within a matter of seconds.
Man, they said you were quick, but I never saw anyone.
And it is very overpowered.
Unbelievable.
I wish there was a better way to build it up, because when you're in Predator mode, you can literally just, all you have to do is take down one person, and then you can use the fear multi-takedown. I wish it was something like, you have to take down 3 people, and then you can take down the fear, then you can use the fear multi-takedown or something. But it just felt like really easy of like, let's say there's 7 people that you had to take down in a Predator mode, and you start off with the fear bar fully loaded, so you can do a multi-takedown. So you take out on 3 guys, and then you have 4 more guys, and all you have to do is take out one of them, and then you can do another fear multi-takedown. So it just feels, I don't know, overpowered. Too easy to build up to. And just like, look at this attention to detail right here. Very nice fucking settings. Like, I just like this corner, and the lighting it has. It's fucking creepy. Nothing about it. Like flowers, like who gives a shit about that? But there's just something eerie. They build it up really well. Now, something that I will have to say about the whole environment and like the game looking really good and all this stuff. The rain gets a little too much sometimes, especially when you're driving around the Batmobile. It's like a fucking like spring day in Cleveland, where there's just a fucking crazy ass rainfall to the point where you're driving your car and you can't see like an inch outside of your fucking car. It's scary as shit. I don't recommend it. All right, now we gotta use these guys to find the chemicals that someone was using to trace the Scarecrow. It's here. It's at the fucking Ace Chemicals plant. It's always confused me. It's like, wasn't Ace Chemicals in the area where Arkham City was built? Well, I guess they probably had to rebuild since their old facility was in Arkham City. I guess that makes sense, but I don't know. It was very confusing. Do you think after having someone fall into one of your vats at Ace Chemicals, and then here we go. So, what's the frequency of fear? I guess it's just like get the new bat suit or something. So, now we get the super grapnel boost, and now you can also pull up afterwards. We couldn't do that when we had the regular bat suit. Alright, we're going to level up here. We're going to work on, for this playthrough, we're going to work on armor primarily. Do we need any combat things? No. I don't think so. Critical strikes help. Free flow focus is pretty good. The one that is actually helpful is the I don't know where it is anymore. Oh yeah, here we go. The special combo boost. That's what it is. I don't think I upgraded there when I played through the game. And then we're going to do armor over here. And then we got to upgrade the afterburner to be able to get the 2. And that's how you do it. That's what I'm looking to go for, is that like 2 sort of strafing abilities. So when it gets super crazy later on in this game, I am well prepared. It is the fucking bat. You know it. And of course, Joker thugs are back throughout the city, here to give you information about the Joker. Let's take these guys out. Yeah, and there you go. Oh god, don't take the fucking police car out. Those are our friends, Batman. They're our friends! I know you don't have any concept of friends, but that's what they are. They're friends. Alright, here we go. Going to the Ace Chemicals plant. Oh god. Okay, alright, Jesus. Not as cool as I wanted it to be. Oh yeah. Showing up like a bad motherfucker named Batman.
Nothing. We think there's a skeleton crew left in there, but they're not responding.
A skeleton crew? Do they dress up as skeletons and do the skeleton dance?
What Scarecrow's up to?
What the hell?
Alright, here we go. Now here's the thing. I'm just gonna say it outright, because I'm pretty sure I said it in the other playthroughs. Major spoilers for Arkham Knight, since we're getting introduced to the Arkham Knight right now. Well, I guess not. I'm not going to spoil anything, I guess. So, if you don't know who the Arkham Knight is, you should still know that people were not as enthusiastic when they found out who the Arkham Knight was. And it's for a couple of reasons, mainly. I think it's a marketing fault, if anything. I think the story itself and how they reveal who this character is actually really cool. And I'll get more into that once it's revealed. But I think the smart marketing move would have been to, just say, this is the game, this is Batman Arkham Knight, and say literally nothing about Arkham Knight himself. Not even reveal that it's a character. Just be like, this is our game, it's called Batman Arkham Knight, and let people think just like, oh, they mean Batman, like he is the Arkham Knight. Like that's cool, I guess. You guys are the Arkham games, I guess that sort of makes sense. But if they had said nothing, and then you went into this game literally just thinking like, okay, I'm the Arkham Knight, because that's who I am, I guess, makes sense in the series, and I gotta take down Scarecrow. And you literally went up to that bridge, and you saw the Arkham Knight for the first time, and you're like, who the fuck is this dude? And they're like, I'm the Arkham Knight. Oh, here we go. The Arkham Knight. Like, that moment, you would have been like, oh shit, it's a new character. But no, they revealed him way too soon, just as a character. They revealed him like about a year before the game came out. Like, hey, Arkham Knight's this character that we've been working on and all this stuff. So it gave people way too much time to fucking think about who Arkham Knight is. So when the time came for this game to come out and we were all playing it, we fucking knew like the most obvious conclusion, all that stuff. So it's just a marketing fault.
There were 5 soldiers, each one armed and dangerous.
Rocksteady, not the smartest marketers. Just from how their trailers usually pan out and all that stuff. Not a huge fan of their trailers ever. Not a huge fan of how they reveal things. Obviously, from my thoughts of how they revealed Arkham Knight. Taking out this guy. We're gonna wrap up. The thing I wanted to do with like Arkham City and Arkham Asylum was I would wrap up at a good stopping point in the story. There's no real way to do that in these. The story is sort of a slow burn for the first couple hours, so I'm just gonna stop after I take these guys down, I guess, or maybe just a little bit after I take these guys down. And actually, what we'll do here is we're gonna wait for this motherfucker to come back around here. We're gonna do a beer multi-takedown. I guess not. We're gonna do silent takedown here because I don't feel like waiting. So he's gonna stop and he's gonna look at nothing, and then it's gonna take him a little bit to come back, and I don't feel like waiting. Double fear takedown. There we go. Now we gotta go to this computer.
It's safe to access them. Let's see if Oracle was right.
Man, that's a really easy password. XXXXXXX. Damn.
Data decrypting.
Now we're looking for all the people that we gotta rescue, all the hostages. They all look really, really dumb. Now, I say that now, but then I'm going to learn later on. You guys are going to comment like, oh, they base that off of like people who work at Rocksteady. And I'm going to feel like a jackass. But I don't know. Those faces, if they are real people, they probably look way better in real life. Because they do not look good in this game. Alright, I got to go to the highest point. So I can get a good internet signal. A good Wi-Fi signal here. Here we go. Alright.
This is perfect.
Coming in hot like a badass. I'm throwing my batarang like woo. And something that sort of sucked with the whole trophy list was there is no more catch trophy or whatever, where you play catch with yourself or with what's his name? Azrael. No more of that. Sort of sucks. And what we're doing right here, if you don't understand, because I sure as shit did not get this when I first played through it, is you're using this guy to find like the frequencies of the workers' cards. And when it gets like this, I know where the last one is. He's over here. So once it gets like this, you have to hold down A. I thought I just like tracked it over and it would be fine. I didn't get that. I was literally at this point for like 5 minutes. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
It worked. There are 5 ID markers.
Alright, there are 5 ID markers. Let's hope they're still alive. Well, let's fucking hope. And that was today's episode of my Batman Arkham Knight playthrough. Thank you so much for joining me again. All this week, we're doing the first 5 parts of my Arkham Knight playthrough. And then every episode after that will be every Monday, if you want to keep coming back and watching these Let's Plays. Thank you so much for joining me. What are your thoughts on Batman Arkham Knight? Don't give up anything super spoilery in your comments below. In case, someone's watching this for the first time and they just want to, enjoy a good story. So, leave your thoughts, non-spoilery thoughts, for now in the comments below. And do you have any tips for how I should continue on in this game? You can also leave that in the comments below. If you liked this video, like that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for future Let's Plays of Arkham Knight, which will be, this week. And, just like come back for more, Batman-related stuff. I'm a fucking Batman nut, if you don't know already. So, and if you liked this video, you just keep coming back. And, of course, tell your friends about our YouTube channel. All that good stuff. This ending rigmarole right now is very, very disastrous right now. Sorry. But if you want to keep up to date with us, what we do here at BCG, you can always find us on Twitter at baiazonagamers, and I am personally at Banandlerchong. So if you want to follow me personally and all that good stuff, see what I'm doing besides BCG, just to let you know, it isn't much. So thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, which is tomorrow, have a great day full of all things Batman, much like Batman Arkham Knight. Thank you.